Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Dave TV for this Sunday at the Atco Dragway. For this Sunday, the 6th of July. Had a wonderful 4th of July. Chris Plant and I hung around, cruising DC. Uh, picked up Silvie from Waldorf. Larry O'Connor was there. We had a great time. We just partied all night. So anyhow, so how y'all doing, everybody? You got the camo pants on today. These are an older pair actually from a while ago, but I like them a lot. Anyway, so there's not a lot of news this weekend. The big news, I guess, would have to be the fact that Anthony Cumia. Oh, there's Humphrey. That's Humphrey Hughes. He's the my great grandfather. But anyhow, Anthony Cumia there at Opie and Anthony was fired. And I won't talk much about that today. This is what I do. Yeah, I crack the weekend with WNEW.
WNEW's time at the tone. Exactly 9 o'clock.
All news all the time. This is 99.1 WNEW. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Okay, now here's the way WNEW. Well, actually, you want to see the on. Yeah, there it is. The on-air thing. There it is. On air. Okay, so here's how WNEW could get the ratings up. Instead of saying you give us 22 minutes or whatever the hell, we give you the world, they should say you give us 22 minutes, we'll give you $22. That everybody who listens for 22 minutes gets a check for $22. Now that will get the ratings up. To say, you listen for 22 minutes, we'll give you $22. WNEW, that's the great Paul Anthony, who is still with us, by the way. Paul Anthony used to be a DJ, used to do a jazz show. Remember, I think on the old WETA, back they used to have a jazz show on there. And then he had then he went over to Sirius, I think, for a while, did a jazz show there. So, and then you still see, oh, I like that. That's kind of like, I'm dark. Anyhow, you still see him a lot on this PBS Channel 26 fundraiser. So, anyhow, so there. Yeah. Okay. Let's do some wander. Oh, by the way, I would like to thank Deana. There it is. Look at that new printer. Actually, this isn't a new printer. This is a printer from about 2007 or 8, but it's a really nice Canon MX310. Well, my printer, I had an old Hewlett-Packard there. Last week it just died. It just wouldn't work anymore. And there was this green gunk coming out of the bottom of it. It went all over the table there. It was gross. It was like some sort of, I don't know what. I don't know. I didn't know printers had green gunk in them. But anyhow, threw that out and put a thing on the website saying, hey, if you want to help support DCRTV, I'm looking for a new printer, and somebody, my friend Deana, said, hey, I got a brand new printer. It's a printer from like 2007 or 8, but it's in a box. It's never been opened, and I opened it up, and it's like brand new printer. It's nice, and it works great. So, hey, thank you very much, Deana, for that. Wanted to, okay, we got this in the mail the other day. We got letters. I can't do this. What am I doing? Let me see. Let's try another angle here. Move this chair around. Let's do this. Try putting the chair here. So I get this letter. I got a letter in the mail from State Online Court Search Database, Justin Schlegel, 98 Rock FM, please post to mailbag. That's all it says. No return address, but it does have a Baltimore postmark. So that's what I get in the mail. I don't know who sent me this. There it is. Read it and weep. Can you see? There it is. Read it and weep. Justin Schlegel, 98 Rock Morning Man. There you go. Read it and weep. What does it say? It says, District Court for Frederick County, Maryland. Frederick closed case that says violation date 6/30/2014. So that's June 3, excuse me, June 3, 2014, 4:46 p.m. Justin Allen Schlegel, morning man over there on 98 Rock, lives in Mount Airy, Maryland. He's a white Caucasian. He's 5'11", and he weighs 155 pounds. That's a good weight for that height. And his sex is undetermined. Oh wait, it says male. He was born in 1989. What does that make him? How old? He's pretty. He's not. He's pretty young. And anyhow, it says he was exceedingly maximum speed 54 in a 30 zone. He was going 54 in a 30 on the southbound 5,000 block of Buffalo Road. No accident, no injury. Fined $160. I have his license plate. It looks like a Toyota of some sort. Big news. That's what you call pulling a Geronimo. How many speeding tickets did Don Geronimo get over the years, man? 90 and a 30. Anyhow, so there you go. That's the news. It's public record. He's a public figure. What the heck? So there we go. All right. So anyhow, yeah, Opie and Anthony are, well, so what's going to happen? It's going to be interesting to hear Opie and Anthony's show tomorrow there on SiriusXM on the Opie and Anthony channel, see what happens with them. When you look at what happened was, Anthony was in Times Square and he was taking pictures of women that were like walking around. And he took a picture of this black woman who was like wearing shorty shorts and really good looking actually. And then she didn't like that and they got into a tussle and he started saying the C word and making a whole bunch of kind of what a lot of people thought were racist comments. And then he went on Twitter and for days kept posting stuff. And eventually SiriusXM said goodbye. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. I talked to Jonathan. Jonathan is the guy who does the Sadly Lacking podcast down in Australia, soon to be in Japan, by the way. So we do a very long discussion about all of the Opie and Anthony stuff and what's going to happen with them and what's going to happen with just Opie on the radio there with whatever. So we will see. But check that out. I'll put a link to it. There'll be a link right on this page soon or whatever that gets up. So check that out. And we talked for like an hour, more than an hour about it. So that should be very interesting. I don't know. It's the way the shock jocks usually end their careers, that they go over the line and say something really stupid. One of these days, Chris Plant's going to do that. In fact, he does it every day. But one of these days, somebody's actually going to pay attention to what he says and say, goodbye, Chris. It's time for the Dan Bongino Show. It's the Dan Bongino Show here on WMAL. WKYS is promising a big surprise on Monday. So anyhow, 7 a.m. Russ Parr is going to make a major announcement. You know what I would like to see? And it's not going to happen on KYS because I can't see Donnie Simpson going there. But it'd be nice to see Donnie Simpson somehow back on the radio dial here in the Washington market. But we'll see with Russ Parr. I don't know. I hope it's something good. I hope it's not like a contest or something. They do that a lot of times. Oh, stay tuned for a big announcement, and then it's a contest. It's like, that's not a big announcement as far as I'm concerned. Oh, Lightning Strikes 2. Lightning Strikes Channel 2. Remember that big thunderstorms we had? What was it? Thursday night? Lightning strike. One of the dopey national trade pubs had a link to that, and he said it was an outer band of Hurricane Arthur. No, it was just a thunderstorm. Come on. Count Gore Duvall. Count Gore Duvall is going to be hosting a screening of Them. You know what? I have Them. In fact, Them is one of my favorite science fiction movies of all time. Where is Them? Oh, oh gosh. See, Them is way up here. Okay, so let me climb up and get Them. We're going up to the ceiling. Look at, I'm looking down on the, there's DCR TV Central down there. I'm up at this. Anyhow, these are my these are the T's up here, and there's Them. See that? Them. It's a great movie. It's got all these giant critters, giant ants and giant whatever, and they all terrorize people. It's black and white. It's one of the best cool science fiction movies ever. But Gore Duvall, aka Dick Dysel, will be doing hosting that over at the AFI. He does a couple of those a year, and that's going to be on the, what is the date on that? The 19th of July. So that'll be cool. Plus, yeah, his upcoming appearance. So that'll be, check him out. I like Mr. Dysel, Dick Dysel. There, he's a cool cat. Used to do the horror movie stuff on Channel 20. Also used to play the what was his name? Captain 20 did the cartoon show there in the mornings on WDCA. All right. Fred Manfred's back. You know, he was off the air for a couple months. There was some hip replacement and a follow-up surgery, so he's back as the top Orioles broadcaster. So that's the other big news of the year. Last week too, we had a 47th anniversary for WAMU. WAMU's broadcast Bluegrass Country, which you can hear on 105.5 if you're in the DC area. And it's also on their HD2. And it's also on a couple of other frequencies and all that. So there we go. All right, folks, that's Dave TV for this wonderful Sunday, the 6th of July. Thanks for watching. Book 'em, Dano.